Radical.
Welcome to Radical Rapid Fire Combat Response for June the 7th through the 13th, 2021. Short comments, quick replies. Ray Taylor, and this is going to be starting out with a mini rad response. Ray Taylor says, coping really hard now, are we? Also watching this cringe on Griffin's live stream. Also, maybe turn off the bathroom fan? I guess there was a response to me on the live stream. Maybe a fan was mentioned. Well, my official response here was, 1, I don't talk in stupid net speech terms like coping. If that means I'm distraught, well, no, this is a critical satire performance. 2, if you were watching his live stream, I hope you weren't an idiotic donator. 3, why would I give a damn about fans? If there was a fan on in the background that triggers you, well, then that's fantastic. Huh? You like that? Yeah. Arioka, oh, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up. Whoa, here she comes. She's a man-eater. I just wanted to sing that, you know? Can I just sing occasionally, right? Life's about just taking time out to sing sometimes. I can't sing really the good. Can't sing that good. I'm no Hall or Oates. But hey, you know what? Hall & Oates got some classics, and Man-Eater, I think that was a very appropriate song I used at the end of my review of that crappy Zombie Batista movie. Classic Games Canada, there was a Zombie Baby in the Dawn of the Dead remake. I did miss that, and somebody else also mentioned that there was a Zombie Baby in something else also, right? So, I stand corrected. Mark Dane, can't wait for the studio made him change it, folks, to defend his flick. Eric Kinney says, I will defend this flick because it's more than just a zombie movie. More than just a zombie movie? Explain me exactly, like, the depth of Army of the Dead. Like, what's the depth of the movie? Like, you mean it's an army movie with a heist movie? I mean, both are done pretty shitty, so, I mean, it's a shitty combination of both. Yeah, and that happens sometimes. They go, well, the studio, he probably had an incredible vision for the movie, but they made him change it. I don't think there's going to be a Snyder cut. Oh, I hope there's not a 5-hour Snyder cut of this crap. Venom M. Hernandez. Rich would do anything for a penny. Went outside to a barn and I saw a penny up under a horse, but then the horse was really excited, so I had to grab that horse stalk and push it aside to get that penny. And then that's when I started getting feelings for horses. Chris Ellis. Hey, Rick, I'm confused. I've been a long-time fan. You know, I should actually have branded fans. Like, I should sell them in a merch store. Fans. I just added that. And I've been looking up and down for your merch link. I would love to see a Radical Rick coaster, t-shirt, leggings, mouse pad, stickers, pencil holder, fanny pack, coffee mug, tumbler, playing cards, or pogs. Stay Radical Rick. Yeah, Pogs. You know, Radical Rick Pogs. It's crazy. I don't know. I guess I would need to find, some reason to do merch. I don't really have a reason other than maybe making my own merch, wearing it out, and then impressing the females, pointing to it, be like, hey, I'm Radical Rick. You know, something like that, right? I would probably just make merch for myself, and I don't see why other people would really want to wear it unless it was really interesting. You know, maybe other people going around going like, hey, I'm Radical Rick. Is that what it is? I don't know. GTV Japan. These kids on YouTube today with their hot rumors and gossip would make the quarterman blush. I thought about doing a series of just fake news uploads, you know, and centered around the Switch. I would have and it would be believable, which would be the fun of it. Like a constant April Fool's, where I bring certain games might be rumored to come to the Switch, you know. But I think I might, just kind of put in maybe something there, just kind of something for people to find. I put something in there about well, the old Switch is probably going to be discounted, you know. And yeah, I don't know. That's an idea though. Full of ideas. That's me. Shinra returns. RGT will blow his load when it's finally announced. I can only imagine the thumbnail. He's going to unhinge that jaw. I mean, those eyes are going to be... It's going to be like a legendary thumbnail from RGT whenever the Switch Pro is announced. The Winged Avenger. Thanks for the sound advice. Why buy a Switch Pro when you can buy a Miko which plays Finnegan Fox? Listen, Finnegan Fox, day one. Day one. That's going to be a legendary launch title. Day one. All right. My question to all of you is, how many stickers, branded Finnegan Fox stickers, have you all bought on the Amico website? Probably a lot. Rangoon Online. My work just sent out an email saying we get the rest of the day off for Amico Day. Well, here's a trick that works probably most places. Just tell somebody that you're done with your work early and you got to go home. You got to take an early day because you got to go and find out some Amico news, right? I think you could actually probably do that. Airstrip 1. HD upscaling, bigger battery, brighter screen, but sadly, it still won't run current gen games. Just 8-year-old Assassin's Creeds, Resident Evils. Yeah, it'll run the older games and they'll look better. You know? So, this thing is probably going to be outdated in a way a year or two in, because everyone's going to be getting into the next gen games and it's going to be playing, well, current or last gen games. So I really don't get that and understand why people would get it just to play the last gen games. But I mean, Nintendo, of course, are going to release their Nintendo games, and people don't really expect big graphics from Nintendo. But still, I don't know what it is about Nintendo that constantly, I guess they get away with it, just running old tech and demanding top dollar for old tech. Albert Menendez. I love the Muscle Mag review. The guy eating the raw steak is Kai Green, runner-up to the Mr. Olympia about 4 years in a row. His training and prep videos are insane. Really unusual bodybuilder. The guy was a ward of New York State and made it to the top of the IFBB, not an easy task. Well, I can tell you he looked unusual because he looks like something out of he just doesn't look real, right? There's muscular guys and then there's holy hell, what the shit is that? How does someone get that big and that muscular? And I saw him munching on an actual raw steak, so I'm maybe the raw steak helps, I suppose. Venom M. Hernandez. Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Hello, excuse me, Captain Insano. I noticed you get really sweaty during your matches, so, maybe you could use a water boy, to clean up all the sweat.
I can't remember the scene exactly. Isn't that how the scene goes? And then the Big Show, Captain Insano, laughs heartily at him. But he had a point. Just think about it. You're a wrestler. You're a big wrestler. You sweat a lot. Hell, if a water boy says, hey, I'll be at the ring and I'll clean up your sweat, then I would take him up on that offer. Terry W. I think we are all guilty of games we don't finish, like Army of Two. Several years ago, I had a series, and it was 2 games. I forget what I called it, but I was playing Batman, the Telltale game, and I was playing Army of Two. And I was playing through those games, and then I had some technical errors on the capture of the Batman, so I didn't want to go through and play it again. And the Army of Two, I never finished it. I think part of life is actually just sitting down and coming to terms with the fact that we're never going to finish every single thing we start. Dumez. Old Dreamy gave it a 9 out of 10, unpatched, but later said it was freaking unplayable. Right. So a 9 out of 10 is what Dreamcast guy gave to Cyberpunk 2077, but then later on said it's unplayable. So by that definition, any game that's playable is about a 10 out of 10. Ben Kaiser. Young Ye has always done this. Hype up big release games and give them unbelievably high scores no matter what. He did this especially with Cyberpunk and started backtracking once the game got backlash. He and Dreamcast guy always rush to put out videos to be the first one to review these games, and then they always give them glowing reviews. Both are unreliable shills. Well, I look at it this way. Hypes it up, hypes it up, hypes it up. He would look kind of stupid after hyping it up for a long time to give it a bad score. Wouldn't he? But I would say, but he looks even stupider if it's a, bad game and then gives it a really high score. So I guess the key is to not hype anything up constantly on your channel. Just don't, hype something to the skies, just in general, right? Oh, we got one more comment. One more comment, and this is how I'm going to finish this one right here. Bowls EG. Dong out.